Married couples of Reddit. What is the exact moment you know you wanted to marry your sweetheart? Story 1. We had been dating for a little over 2 years at the time. She was still studying at university a couple of states away, so I wasn't expecting to see her for at least several weeks. This was all going on when the whole swine flu thing was going around. As luck would have it, I caught it and was confined to my bed for about a week. Hadn't told her about it, because I knew it would just worry her, and by consequence, worry me. A little backstory before I go into the actual moment when I knew she was the one. My dad gave me a yellow, plush dog when I was little and always getting sick. He said that he couldn't make the germs go away, but that the dog would help me get rid of them myself. I carried it with me for the better part of my childhood, and eventually packed it away in a box somewhere at my parents' home. Back to the good stuff, still in bed, wondering how the heck I'm going to go to work the next week, still feeling awful, my doorbell rings. My GF was standing there with chicken noodle soup, which can cure freaking anything, and my old yellow dog. Somehow, she had found out that I was crazy sick, emailed her professors saying she would be missing classes for a couple days, went to my parents' house to get the dog, and come to my apartment. The fact that anyone would go through so much trouble for me made me realize that she was the kind of person that I both wanted to be and wanted to spend the rest of my life with. She is only more awesome today, and not a day goes by that I don't thank the universe for bringing the two of us together. Story 2. When she decided to be with me with all my debt that I had, my stupidity, knowing both of my parents were deceased, I had no brothers and sisters, and she was still there for me when I needed her the most. I knew after 2 years I wanted her for the rest of my life, and we met online in a Yahoo chat room nearly 12 years ago. Been married now for 7 years and going on 8 this year. Story 3. I took my wife rappelling when we were dating, and she was going off a 70-foot cliff. She somehow messed up her hand position and fell 30 feet and landed on her back. I was freaking out thinking she was dead of paralyzed, but she got up, rappelled the rest of the way down, and we hiked 5 miles to the car. She didn't complain once or shed a single tear. That's when I knew she was the one. Story 4. Well, I had already gotten to know, built an unbreakable appreciation for, and fell in love with this girl while we worked side by side together for a couple of years. The only thing missing was any physical contact. One night she was drunk and my GF at the time was being a total beach, and I got a phone call at my little get-together. Co-worker hottie friend wants to hang out. Sure, why not? Girlfriend is leaving in a rage and I need a nice person to be around. Well, co-worker ends up all over me and we ended up playing the most awkward session of just the tip. I felt I ruined our awesome dynamic. Work got weird instantly. I clammed up, so did she. A week went by and I had broken up with GF but had no clue what to do about co-worker. I end up at a party, drunk, and I get a call. Co-worker wants me to come over to talk. When she opens her door, I get attacked. Attacked to a sexual degree that I've only witnessed in the movies. This girl had never had sex and was making me feel like a complete rookie. When it ended, I vividly remember laying in the moonlight and thinking, that's it, I'm marrying this girl. She's the total package. With no priors, she had knocked my goddamn socks off and I knew the sex would only get better. Great person, an intimacy that I had never experienced. Hell, I'm in. Just had our 6th anniversary and we have an awesome 3-year-old. Life is wonderful if you just let it happen. Story 5. My sister-in-law arranged my marriage. She bullied and wheedled my future wife and I into a first date that was meh. We went on a few other dates and enjoyed them, but one afternoon we were on our way to lunch after an ice storm. I held her hand as we walked over the slippery path and felt something electric. She looked back at me and smiled like, hey, we look like a couple here. I decided that I either had to marry her or give someone else a chance. No one else got the chance. 14 years, 2 boys, and still holding hands. Story 6. I knew it when she still loved me even when I was very poor and had nothing. I knew it when she could obviously do better, yet stayed with me. I knew it when she left all her family behind and moved across the country with me. I knew it when I've made poor decisions and yet she still supported me. I knew it when she's made the most difficult of decisions and worked miserable jobs to make sure we could make ends meet. I knew it when we are still together years later, still poor, separated by 500 miles, but always hanging on. I knew it when, even after all these years knowing her life could be easily made better, she still loves me. Story 7. I think I just had one of those cliché moments of clarity when I was looking at her one night. I think we were just sitting on the couch watching some crappy movie on TV and killing time. I wasn't paying attention to the movie at all. I just kind of looked over at her and thought that I would rather be here watching this crappy movie with her than anywhere else. We're getting married in April. Story 8. We had a double date night. I also had my daughter from a previous relationship. We had dinner at a friend's house an hour away and played board games. I didn't worry if he would say anything embarrassing. I didn't have to worry that he was being rude. Everything just felt right. He carried his own in conversation and he was funny. My daughter fell asleep on the ride home and he got her out of her car seat and she was sleeping in his arms. And I never felt like a family before, but that night I did. I knew I wanted him as my partner for all game nights and dinners, to do all the parenting things together. Story 9. The moment we started dating. We were friends all throughout high school and she'd become my best friend the last 2 years, closer than friends I've known since kindergarten. We had been doing a sort of friends with benefits thing for a bit and I just realized I was always going to want her in my life. We became official one night and I started writing vows the next morning. Every day she just gets better. My great-grandma doesn't speak a lick of English and I've barely said more than a few words to her in my life. One day my girlfriend was alone with her while I helped my grandpa with something. She pulled up Google Translate and talked to my great-grandma for hours. My little brother and sister adore me, but my girlfriend is by far their favorite person. My cousins constantly tell me I'm an idiot if I don't marry her. She brings out sides of me that I never knew were there. Sometimes we'll be sitting there, and I'll say something about myself that I've never said before, things I didn't even know I felt or believed. I'm not a religious man anymore, but being with her is the closest thing to that feeling. It's not just that she makes me happier, but that she continually expands my potential for how happy I can be. Just when I think I'm the happiest I can be, it gets even better. All I want to do for the rest of my life is to her what she has been to me. Story 10. So many little moments led up to one big one. The little one was playing video games with him and telling him I can do that in real life, and him being genuinely excited when I proved it. Having a pun war using different cheese names. When he told his cousin she's going to love our future kids because their cheeks are be so pinchable. When he quoted Flight of the Conchords during business time, etc. The big one was, we were out at a dance party at our local music hall, and they were playing Jump Around. We started competing to see who could jump the highest, and while I'm holding his hands, looking into his eyes and laughing hysterically at how we both must look, I realized I didn't want to be with anyone else ever. This goofy, crazy, lovable man is the one I love, and now we're getting married in May. Story 11. We were a good match from the start and already living together. I strongly suspected that he was going to ask me soon anyway because I knew he wanted to get married. I was brushing my teeth one night before bed, romantic, I know, and it just sort of occurred to me that I couldn't imagine a person I'd rather be with. Like, not only could I not think of someone real, I couldn't even imagine someone better. So I went and woke him up and proposed. He was so excited. He had had a proposal all worked out, so I stood on the bed and he got to one knee and said it anyway, and I officially accepted. Been married 10 years. Still stupid for each other. It's great. Story 12. She just kept amazing me with her personality time and time again. It is so easy to talk to her, and we respect and understand each other. To me, it was a bit scary, really, coming off of a very bad relationship. I kept trying to find something suspicious about her behavior. To be fair, I think she tried to do the same for me. But it was like more I looked into her, the more I fell in love. I don't know if I'll ever get to marry her. I hope I do one day. But she's already won my heart. Right now, we're not dating, though. It's complicated. So I'm managing expectations. Whatever happens, I'll stay as her friend.
Thank you all for watching. Please leave your story down in the comment below. There's a good chance that it could end up in a future video. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe, as it would really help out the channel.